The Ramseyer Training Center in Kwawu Abetifin is a Christian leadership lay clergy training center of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana that was founded in 1899. At its establishment, it was the Basel Mission Seminary, also known as the Abetifin Seminary. It was second only to the Ekropon Seminary.
Ramseyer Training Center is a wholly owned institution of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. The whole idea to start the Ramseyer Training Center came up when, at a certain point in the history of the Basel Mission in Ghana, the church was growing very well. In fact, it was expanding, particularly when it gained grounds in the Kwawu area towards Kumasi. The approach that the missions had at the time was that they select people and train them at the Presbyterian Training College, PTC, now the College of Education. Now, when those set A teachers get to the end of their fourth year, they select from amongst them those who are academically good and astute, those who has demonstrated faith in Jesus Christ, and those who are growing in their spirituality and hard work, those who fit into the core values of the church. And these people are selected and they are given an extra year training, which was referred to famously as the fifth form. Now, the fifth form is used to prepare them, and then they go out there first to be catechists and then to be ministers.
It started as a place for training catechists and evangelists. Over the course of the years, the center has evolved and now trains reverend ministers, catechists, lay leadership, and church members in ministry skills for competence and excellence.
RTC over the years have grown to become a ministerial formation place. Over 20 years ago, when the church decided to meet a particular need of creating what was then called the special ministerial training, where professionals and senior people in the church who have served in various ways as lay people could be prepared to become ministers, also to meet the rising demand for ministers. The program was first started by the Committee on Ministry under the head office, and the program was run at the Trinity Theological Seminary. After some time, it was moved to be run here at RTC, and that went on for a long time.
The center also has transformed into a hub for study, worship, research, conferences, retreats, dialogue, and reflection. By mandate, the center primarily provides ministerial and catechist training for the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. In addition, it offers open-to-all training programs in the areas of church leadership, church growth, evangelism, and discipleship.
Here at the Ramseyer Training Center, we train ministers, catechists, and church workers for the Presbyterian Church of Ghana and also for the General Church Fellowship. What we do here in respect of administration covers a whole lot. Now, there are 5 main departments that man the center. So there is the Department of Finance, Department of Programs, the Department of Chaplaincy, Department of Hospitality, and then the Department of Administration. With respect to the administration, we oversee the general operations of the center, be it policy implementation, policy development, staff welfare, and other programs that are run here. One of the key things that makes the Department of Administration very key in the place or at the center, it's how we coordinate and align the mission and vision of the center to the programs that are run here. By this, we ensure that all the logistics that are needed for every program is catered for. Also coordinating and ensuring that the units under the department are functioning well to ensure a smooth delivery of all the services that we run here.
Enter our meticulously crafted campus, situated amidst a peaceful environment, and experience the serene aura that surrounds you.
The units that we have under the Department of Administration are the General Administration, IT and Transport. We have the unit of housekeeping, we have maintenance, we have security, and then the kitchen. All these are coordinated from the central administration to ensure that they all do their work and maintain the flow that is needed for effective and efficient delivery.
The Ramseyer Training Center serves as a sanctuary for individuals searching for spiritual enlightenment, offering a hospitable and supportive setting conducive to personal and spiritual development.
One of the things that sets us apart is the attention we give to ensure that there is that inclusiveness with respect to all the people that come here, both young and old, able, physically challenged, and all that. We ensure that we give them the needed priority so that their stay here with us is comfortable enough, and then they are able to function as they go on. So it is to say that we are disability friendly for the services that we render, from accommodation to dining area to conference hall to our classrooms. All ensure that each class of people are catered for and that they are very happy when they come here.
In addition, it offers open to all training programs in the areas of church leadership, church growth, evangelism and discipleship, and pastoral and counseling ministries.
At RTC, we do have a lot of programs. Specifically, we have that which we call the statutory programs that are directly under PCG, or we do it directly on behalf of PCG. For instance, we have the SMT program, we have the LMT, that is a catechist training, we have the probationary studies that is hosted here. Then we also host other programs like the General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana and so many other programs that we host on behalf of the church. Additionally, we also do have programs for other institutions and organizations and churches that uses here for their facilities, some of which the center facilitates for them because we are into training, retreats, and conferencing. That is why we are called RTC, Retreats, Training, and Conferencing. So we do all those ones as the Lord grants us grace.
Ramseyer Training Center offers comprehensive training programs designed to prepare individuals aspiring to fulfill various ministry roles, such as ministers, missionaries, counselors, and others. Through these programs, participants are provided with the necessary skills and knowledge to effectively lead and serve in their respective roles, while cultivating a compassionate and confident approach. Trainees have the opportunity to actively participate in practical learning activities, cultivate essential leadership attributes, and establish a solid groundwork for effecting positive change within their community.
But specifically, the one that we spend more time working on has to do with the SMT, and it is the main program we run here at the center. The SMT means the Special Ministerial Training, and it's for preparing people who are called by God to come into ministry, and they come so that they are prepared, so that they will be able to do as the Lord will grant them grace.
The center, in partnership with the Presbyterian University Ghana, periodically offers certificate courses. The primary objective of these courses is to provide lay leadership and church members with the necessary skills and knowledge to engage in ministry with a high level of effectiveness. Several examples of certificate courses are the Certificate in Biblical Interpretation, the Certificate in Legal Studies for Ministry, the Certificate in Counseling and Coaching, and the Certificate in Church Leadership and Administration, among others.
Again, coming to RTC is very, very important because so far I can boldly say that RTC seems to be one institution that if you want to be trained for ministry, then you can't do without. It is like the Mokola for the Ghana Bar Association, so that you can have all that you have, but you come to RTC and you really get prepared for purpose. You will get prepared for ministry. And that is what RTC does. And that's what RTC is all about. We are noted for skill. We are also noted for competence and then for excellence. So that if you want to do ministry with skill, ministry with competence, ministry with excellence, then you have no other institution than the Ramseyer Training Center.
You will graduate from our programs with a heightened sense of purpose and a solid spiritual foundation. You will be prepared to impact the world for Christ wherever your journey takes you, equipped with both practical skills and spiritual insight.
If I will say something about the key achievements of RTC, then I will say that RTC have always been the place where several issues were engaged to help turn the church around when things were going low. For example, RTC was started because the church needed to mitigate the challenge of lack of trained personnel, agents for the church. That was how RTC evolved. Having gone through several phases of things, you notice that in the 1960s, 1950s to the 1960s, when there was an upsurge of what was called then a spiritual famine in the church, where people were yearning for more of God, but they were not having that for various reasons, economic reasons and other reasons. RTC again came up to the fore, where RTC then became the group that was put together to support the Bible study and prayer group that was coming up at the time. So RTC, the faculty of RTC were put together and they did a study of the challenges of the church all around Ghana, and then they came up with a paper on how the church can embrace the spiritual renewal that was coming up and can get up also to meet the need of people. And these are just to mention a few of the many great things that RTC have done for the church, serving the church. In fact, the mandate of RTC, as have been said, is that RTC must serve the church first, and then the rest of the Christian community and the whole of society.
Feel the love of the RTC community, where the faculty and trainees treat each other like family members. Create bonds that will last a lifetime, learn from seasoned ministers, and work on exciting ministry initiatives with other trainees. The Ramseyer Training Center has a generously sized parking area and employs round-the-clock security staff to ensure the safety of individuals and their possessions.
Again, if you are looking for a place where you can come to have retreats as an institution, as a school, as a church, an organization, even families, we do have family retreats for people who wants to come have a place to relax and to also wait on God. You come to RTC and you are sorted.
Various groups do come here to have their conferences. Presbyters Conference had their conferences here last year. The Counselors Association had theirs over. The Men's Fellowship came here last year also. Indeed, RTC is available to help with all of this.
Regarding some challenges that we face here, the key challenge has to do with infrastructure. By the grace of God, over the years, we have added on to the infrastructure that we have here, and yet there is still a deficit with regards to accommodation. Currently, the faculty here do not have places of accommodation on campus. Some of them have to live outside and then come here. And to solve this problem, this year's anniversary has targeted the faculty and staff housing, which is to provide accommodation for faculty and other essential staff of the center. One of the other things that we also talk about as a challenge with regards to infrastructure, this is general accommodation for boarding. Over the years, we have maintained 2 main hostels that run the place, and so we are unable to hold programs that go beyond some number of persons because we do not have places to keep them. So what we've done over the years is to liaise with surrounding guest houses and hotels so that we put some of our people there. In that regard also, by the grace of God, the General Assembly Office have put up a new hospitality center which has come to add up to the number of rooms. This is an ultra-modern place, very beautiful, very classy, and I invite you to come and have an experience of it. So that, in a way, has also helped in the challenge of accommodation. Even with that capacity, we are not able to hold some of our programs. We still need other. For example, if you have to host the General Assembly, we still fall on other hotels around to keep it up. The need for an extraordinary or multi-purpose conference hall is also one of the things that we look up to. The current conferencing facility we have is able to host not a little above 500 if we are to have a very big program. And so the need to set it up with ultra-modern facilities to ensure that we're able to host major programs is also a move that we're working towards. We look forward to see RTC hosting at least all the major events of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, as well as all the other programs that we have here.
The center welcomes churches, organizations, and individuals who wish to hold retreats and training programs with us, and we will provide off-site training options in which we come to you to facilitate the training program.
This year, the Ramseyer Training Center is 125 years old, and we are having this celebration to celebrate the faithfulness of God to the center. And this is captured in the theme, Celebrating Our Past, Reconnecting for the Future. We bring in together all stakeholders of the center, alumni, ministers, catechists, church workers, evangelists, and all who have trained here at the Ramseyer Training Center. This celebration comes up from the 12th to the 15th of December 2024. The activities slated include an anniversary float, a forum on RTC and the future of RTC. We bring in all the past directors together. There will be a presentation, a paper presentation on the future of the center. And then to climax it, there will be an anniversary dinner, graduation, and a Thanksgiving service. We invite all of you to join us as we celebrate this goodness of the Lord towards us.
Do not miss this opportunity to proceed on a life-changing journey. Now is the time to schedule a tour of our campus to see for yourself how God is transforming lives and empowering future spiritual leaders through the center.
RTC, skill,
competence,
excellence.